Hello, hello. Welcome to the Happy Hippie Intuitive. This is Nina, and I'm here to do your pick a card reading for today. Today's reading is going to be very much about the shamanistic way, the animal, the nature spirits, and I have also chosen to include some Norse mythology and some Norse actually rocks. Very special rocks for you to choose from today. So if that's something that interests you, then stick around. Okay, so before we get into the reading today, I would like to remind you that these readings are general, and so you must take what resonates and leave the rest. I always put the timestamps on each reading below, so you quick and easy can jump right to your reading. And I also put the cards I use below, so you quick and easy can find cards that you like. Now, if you like my work, then consider hitting that like button so you can I'm so sorry, and subscribe if you haven't. And click the bell so you get notified every time I upload. Okay. If you're interested in channeled work, if you're interested in energy updates and communication with angels and star beings and source and such, then I have another channel called Pure Light Awakening, and that's also listed below in the description box. Okay, now let's get to the reading today. Today you have, of course, as always, 3 cards to choose from, 1, 2, or 3, and these are actually rune cards today. So I have chosen 3 runes and I will explain them later. But on top today, you see that there's a kind of a different crystal, if you will, or actually rock. And these crystals are called rhomb porphyry in English. In Norwegian, we call it rombeporfyr. And so these are actually found only 4 places, I believe, on the planet. It is made in the continental rifts areas. So you have one in East Africa, and there's a rift there that actually also includes Mount Kilimanjaro. And there is something called Mount Erebus near the Ross Sea in Antarctica. And then there is also South Central British Columbia where you find them. And also here in Oslo, Norway, there is a rift. And actually that rift goes also right outside my house. Okay, so that's kind of special. So these rocks that you see today is actually gathered here on the farm outside, right outside of Oslo. So that's why I wanted to put these on there today. They're quite special to me. Okay, so these are just different kinds. This is, of course, the raw rhomb porphyr, which I found right outside my doorstep almost. This one we have tumbled because we have a tumbler in the basement. And so that's kind of the same coloring. And then there's also this, which is a different coloring with black and kind of red orange little chips in there. Okay, so that's just a different kind, but it is from the same rift. Okay, so that's what you have to choose from today. A little bit different and a little bit special. I hope you appreciated that. So ask your angels and guides to guide you to pick either 1, 2, or 3. There might be something in the numbers in the timestamps that will help you choose, or if you're drawn to any of the rocks or the number itself. So feel into where you're drawn. Pause the video if you need more time to make your pick, and I'll be back in a moment, and I will start with number 1. Okay, so we will remove number 3 and number 2. Okay, number 1, so if you chose this smaller tumbled rhomb porphyr, then this is the reading for you. I'll put it up here so it'll be part of your reading, okay? The energies of those kind of rocks for me they are grounding, but they also have a lot of energy in them for some reason. So I feel very calm with these kind of rocks, or if you want to call it a crystal. And sometimes when I travel, I actually bring one of them with me to have a piece of my home with me, just to have that said. Anyway, so this is a card of a rune, okay? And I will try to explain a little bit about the card, and then, of course, intuit a little bit in the image as well. So let's look at it, number 1. So you got Urus. Okay. You would pronounce that Urus, I guess in English. In Norwegian is Urus, okay? So let us feel into the energies of that. And also I want to... So the meaning, of course, is bull, as you can see here on the card itself. So it's about strength. It's about forcefulness, of course. But just let me feel into it. It's about your power. It can also be health or endurance. Sticking to your guns, kind of, you know. Bringing out your strength in something. Yeah. Yeah, so that's kind of pretty much the meaning of the card. So we will leave it at that, and we will look at some other cards as well. So it's going to be a little bit about nature and animals today. So I wanted to draw some animal cards, but I think before I do that, I want to draw these. This is crystal medicine or oracle or shamanism cards. So I think we'll draw 2 of those before we draw the animal cards today. Okay, let's see what we get. Number 1. Round cards today. That's kind of fun. A little bit different reading today. I want to change it up a little bit here and there. So you got the sun, divine masculine, Heliodor. Okay. So this is very much about forcefulness. I feel, of course, the Leo energy very much here. And you also got dance. So rattle. Boulder opal is the crystal. Okay. So it's very much about movement. Underneath the deck you got the blue barite, which is freedom, and the eagle. Eagle wisdom is, of course, very, very beautiful. And yeah, blue barite was the crystal of that one. So for me, I have a feeling that this reading is very much about your power, your passion, your drive. And also about your inner wisdom here with the eagle. But let us look at some other cards as well here. These are almost impossible to shuffle. They're so big. Okay, just let us do this and then we will pull for an animal message. Let's see. Lizard, regeneration. As a survivor, you are unparalleled. No matter what happens, you can adapt. Embrace your transformation. Put on your new cloak. You are a master of regeneration. Okay, that's beautiful. Okay, so it is, for me, I feel the force in this. I feel a lot of passion and energy in this reading, number 1. I'm concerned, however, are you driving ahead a little bit too quickly or a little bit too hard? Or are you spending a lot of energy on something that you have wanted to do for a while or a new project? You know, we can get a little bit eager and then we're like using all our force into that. And then just make sure, for some of you, this is for some of you, just make sure that you don't use up that energy, that you kind of burn it out. So that was a message for some of you. For others of you, I feel like this is an invitation to step into power, or a message from the spirit animals that, or nature, spirit of nature, that you have the force within you. You do have the force, you do have the strength, but maybe you are not aware of it right now. They're saying dance, and I see the feet here, and I'm reminded of the African dance where you really are grounded. So I have a feeling that it's very much about grounding as well, because when we get into that force energy, we can sometimes lose the grounding a little bit. We lose our bearings a little bit. So I feel like there's a definite invitation to put your feet, if you can, physically on the ground, and connect with the ground and with nature in that sense, but also moving your body, of course, as it says with dance, and grounding yourself properly, okay? So that's something I felt. Now let us use the Spirit Animal Tarot. Oh, that was one that just popped, no, 2 that popped over, so we will look at those. You got Cat. Knower of secrets. That is actually the same as the High Priestess. And you got Cow, Earth Mother. Wow. Okay, so you got the Empress and the High Priestess here. Ah, those are beautiful, beautiful, beautiful cards. So underneath the deck, you have the 9 of Feathers, though, which is the 9 of Swords. So you might have been worrying about something, or maybe you're not sleeping well enough. You know, sometimes when we get very eager about something and we get all these ideas in our heads and we really want to move ahead with something, we can have sleepless nights because we think about what we want to do and we get so eager that we actually start thinking about it in our sleep almost as well. Or at least we have trouble falling asleep because we have all these ideas in our head. I just need some water, just a second. Okay, so that might be for some of you that you're not sleeping very well. Have a pad next to your bed so you can write down stuff if you wake up in the middle of the night and have some ideas, or if you're thinking about something right before bedtime, you know. So make sure that you do that, okay? For others of you, it might be worry, you know, in the sense of that you are maybe worried about your energy, or you might be worried about somebody else. You might be feeling worried about where to go or the future, where to step next. Since you also have the card of regeneration here, they're also saying in that that you are a survivor, and you will get through this if you are worried, okay? Because you also have the Earth Mother, which means that you are growing, you are regenerating, you are growing into something, and you have the High Priestess, and you also have the Eagle. So I'm pretty sure that you have some psychic abilities, and if you don't know about it, maybe you should look into that, because I have a feeling that you do know stuff, you see stuff and you know stuff. So that's kind of my feeling as well. But are you connected enough so you listen to your higher self and your spirit team, though, or your nature spirits, I would ask you, okay? The Earth Mother can also pop up when we are in need of some nurturing, okay? Just to have that said, because there might be that some of you actually are in need of some nurturing right now, okay? So let us pull some other animal cards with some animal, what could you call it? Some advice, animate advice, I would say. And then we're going to have some tea leaves in the end today. Tea leaf cards, that is. Yeah. So let us see. The goat will help you to get a good reputation. Okay, so for some of you, you might be actually worrying about your reputation. Yeah, that might be for some of you. But also for others of you, if you're starting up a new business or a new project or something, and you want to make sure that you know that people receive it well. They say goat spirit is going to help. So call on to the goat spirit, and also call on to the bull here and the eagle. You have all these animals that you can kind of call on into your life to help you. So the goat will help you with a good reputation. The bull will help you if you kind of bring the energy of the bull spirit. That will help you with power. Okay, the crow helps you see things clearly. Also the eagle. The lizard is about the transformation, the regeneration. So you can pull in all of these. And the cow, of course, can be about nurturing. So sit down, meditate, and, you know, invite the energies of that animal into you to help you, okay? That's quite a fun thing to do. Now, one more card. The badger will advise you to fight back. Okay. So for some of you, this worry card might have been in the need for standing your ground, the need for, you know, telling the truth, or to put down your foot, or to say enough is enough, you know, set up your boundaries. So call in the energy of the badger if you need to set your boundaries, because the badger can be quite fearful. If you get bit by a badger, it hurts. So I can tell you, I haven't been bit myself, but I know someone who has. So yeah, just saying. Anyways, we're going to pull a couple of tea leaf cards today. Oh, that one that just popped on out. That's fun. Let's see what you got. The cane. Pay attention to your health. Okay. So again, with the dance grounding, they're asking you to move your physical form. So that might be something that they're saying here, that you need to move your physical form more. Get in contact with nature, maybe walking in nature. As I said, if you're in a place where you can put your feet on the ground right now, that will be brilliant. We can't do that here because we have snow. That would be cold. But if you're in a place where you can, then I would definitely say do that. Put your feet in the sand if you live close to a beach or whatever. That would be nice. You got the Fly, a period of ill health, depression. Okay, depression. So that might be some of you are experiencing depression, and that's why the Nine of Feathers or the Nine of Swords came out. If you are experiencing depression, number one, first of all, I have to tell you, this too shall pass, okay? We are never in depression the entire life, you know. At some point, we get out of it. But what I would encourage you to do is ask for help if that's you. It can be a deep depression or it can just be a period of feeling down, but still ask for help, okay? If you have a psychologist that can help you out, or a good friend or a family member or someone that you feel safe with, then ask for help, please, because you're not supposed to go through this alone. And of course, ask your team for help. Ask your angels for help, okay? If you're feeling down or if you are feeling like you don't know in which direction to go, okay? They will help you. Money path. A path with money is waiting for you to find it. Okay, so for some of you, I have a feeling that you're worrying about money. Okay, so that's something that I think we all encounter at one point in our lives. And then I would tell you, you have to trust, okay? Don't overspend, of course. I mean, don't go out there and thinking, yeah, you know, Nina told me that the angels are here to help me, so I'm just going to go out and buy whatever I want. No, that's not what I mean. But, you know, of course, don't overspend. But know that when we are in a lack of money, first of all, it's a good thing to learn. It's a good thing to experience, to know what it's like to not have that much, okay? So that's one thing. Another thing is if you keep focusing on the lack of money, then that's what you're going to get. So it's a law of attraction thing here. So if you focus on, I'm safe, I'm okay, I will be provided for, then that's what's going to happen. So keep that focus in mind, okay? Just an advice. So we also underneath had the moon. Changes in your life, and that's what I felt with the regeneration card here as well. So I think you have to embrace the change, number one. There might be a reason why you're reluctant, of course, but I think it's time to embrace it, is what I feel here. Okay, I'm going to pull a couple of charms in the ends today. Just a couple in my hand, not many today. So you got the G key, which again is about music, dance. So they're definitely, I don't know if you're a dancer, if you love to dance, or if that's something you're into, because they're really, really pushing for the dance thing here. And if you don't dance, then at least move your physical form maybe to music in some way, shape, or form, because music will get our mood up, you know, if you put on that kind of music, and it will help you want to move your physical, okay? Now, you have the skull with the bones, which is transformation. It's kind of the death card. So again, with the transformation, something is happening. Some energy change is happening in your life here, number one. You got the letter R. So I don't know if that's you or if that's somebody in your vicinity. You must take that as it resonates. And you got the fairy. So again, with the nature. So the nature is definitely calling you, number one. I would say... I feel like you find your strength in nature, okay? So they're asking you to put your feet on the ground, to go outside, to gain that, you know, strength that the bull has. And from the sun as well, you get that sun on your face. Take good care of yourself, nurture yourself. You know, welcome this change. Ask these different animals, pull them in to get that perspective you need, to get the power you need, to get the power to set up your boundaries, to, you know, help with a good reputation. All of these things, just pull in the energies of the animals of this reading to help you. And of course, connect with your spiritual team as well. Maybe there are some animals in your spirit team, very often is, that might want to be part of your journey moving forward as well. Okay? So that was pretty much all I had for you, number one. I hope this made sense. I hope you like this kind of reading. If you did, then give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. And comment below if you liked this reading or didn't, or if you would like to see some other kind of reading or whatever. I love to get some feedback from you guys, okay? So thank you for being with me today. Wish you the very best. Till the next time I see you. Bye. Okay, number 2. So if you picked picked this black stone with the red chips in it or orange, then this is the reading for you. This rumbeporfyr. So yeah, fun fact about this rumbeporfyr, of course, it was found right outside my house, and then I tumbled it. And sometimes when I go on travels and such, or go up to the cabin, or at a hotel or whatever, I will grab one of these rocks and have in my pocket, so I kind of have a piece of home with me. Just to have that said. Anyway, so this is a rune card that we're going to look at today, and I will intuit a little bit into the energies, and also I will explain a little bit about the meaning behind it. Okay, so let's look at it. Utila, okay. You might pronounce it Othilla. In Norwegian, we would say Otilla. So let me just sink into those energies here. So it's about home, and then also in heritage or heritage ancestry. Yeah. Let me just have a minute here. Okay. I'm also trying to see if there is an other meaning of this, because I had another feeling with this, so just give me a minute, please. Okay. Yeah, that's very strange. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because there's another meaning as well called nobility. But for me, I also had a feeling of, yeah, I see that here as well. Yeah, luxury, exactly. Yeah, okay, yeah. Because I had a feeling, and I had to explain that, because there is different ways of interpreting this. The reason being, this language is, of course, the Old Norse language, and there was different dialects of this language, and so they have mixed a little bit together with the different dialects, okay? So the interpretation of some of these words differ a little bit. So some books would say one thing, and some books would say somewhat different. Almost the same, but maybe not, okay? So because the feeling I got when I saw this card today was overindulging or spending too much, or maybe being a little bit into the luxury part of things, the nice stuff, So, but that's not the original meaning in many cases. It's just about inherited, or the home or your ancestor or stuff like that. But for me, as you can also see actually on the looks of this card, it's very much about rich luxury, money, those kind of things, okay? So that was just a feeling I got, and that's what I just had to look in the other book as well, because I felt like it wasn't just the ancestry or heritage thing about this feeling I got today. So, long explanation, but I just needed to say that. Okay, so let us look at it. Yeah. Wait. For some of you, it might be actually a piece of jewelry that has been given to you by your ancestors, some sort of inheritance. Yeah, I just saw a piece of jewelry here. So, yeah. Anyways, just needed to have that said. Divine masculine, sun. Okay. Okay. Let's pull one more of these here. This is the Shamanism cards, Crystal Medicine Oracle by Rachel Sharman. So let's see what you get. You got a diamond. Unconditional love. Wow. Yeah, Mother Mary. So Helidor was a crystal here, and diamond was a crystal here. Underneath you get dance. Boulder opal. Okay. And rattle. So for some of you, there might be a jewelry that actually came from your mother or your mother's side, grandmother. I feel like maybe a diamond that has gone, down several generations. So that was just a feeling I got for some of you here. So for me, it's about, and you get a diamond, and as I said, there is something about richness or luxury in this card. Remember I said that? So I have a feeling that this might have to do with some sort of inheritance for some of you here. For others of you, I would say also do not overspend. Make sure that you don't get pulled into buying something that you might not really afford, if you know what I mean with that. So just be careful with that, and yeah, don't go overboard is what I hear. Okay, you have the divine masculine here. So that's the sun, of course, Leo energy. So there's some sort of forcefulness in this reading for some reason. I don't understand what it is, but let's see what we get here, number 2, okay? Let us see what we get. This is the animal, Spirit of the Animal Oracle. You got the moose, wisdom, okay. Let your head and mind reach to the stars, yet keep your feet grounded on the earth. Look at those 2 feet there. See? Listen to the ancient wisdom in your soul. The ancestors speak through you. You know much. Okay, so there is ancestry here, definitely, which is also the meaning of this card. There is some sort of inheritance, as I mentioned, and they're also telling you to ground. So with that, I would say, okay, if you, for instance, have inherited some money, they're saying, oh, don't overspend, ground yourself, think before you buy stuff. They're also asking you to listen to the ancient wisdom, listen to your ancestors. Okay, so it's also about they are trying to communicate with you. For some of you, I have a feeling that there's a mother or a grandmother. Okay, Mother Mary is also about nurturing yourself, taking care of your physical form, and that might be also where you got the dance card, which is an invitation for you to move. Okay, an invitation to move your form. Yeah. So let us look at some tarot. This is the Spirit Animal Tarot. Spirit Animal Tarot. This is quite new to me. Really just love the back. So let's see what they have to say today. Number 2. The Bull, keeper of sacred tradition. So that's so that's also the Hierophant in the major arcana. So that's about connecting with spirit, but also connecting maybe with a spiritual teacher, or you might be the spiritual teacher yourself. Okay, and you also got Ram, Earth Father. So that is actually the Emperor. You see, there's a masculine energy here. And as I said, there's a forcefulness, there's a masculine, and their bull, again, is very masculine, very forceful, okay? Underneath you get the otter, 3 of shells. So there might be a grouping, and there can be a grouping of friends or co-workers, co-students, family gathering, some sort of grouping that... I don't know why I have this feeling, but there is something about somebody forcing something, somebody kind of rolling over somebody else, or somebody ignoring your input, or I don't know. There's some sort of forcefulness here, which I don't like. Okay, there's just a feeling of forcefulness, and I don't like it. Okay, so there might be a father figure, grandfather figure, or a male figure, or the masculine energy in one. It can be also a masculine energy within a female, but some sort of forcefulness, and I don't like it. And there might also be a push for spending money for some of you, and don't get into that trap. Okay, ground yourself, think about it. And I feel the need for some motherly love here. Okay, or a longing for a motherly love. Okay, so that's the feeling I get here, number 2. I just have to be honest with you. So let us pull some advice from the animals, or what animals can help you, or spirit animal energy can help you with today. The badger will advise you to fight back. Yeah. Set your boundaries. I have a feeling that you need to say no to something, you see. And that's this forceful energy coming towards you. I feel like you have to put your foot down and say, no, I don't want that. Because I see the Emperor here and I see the Divine Masculine, and I had that feeling also with this card. So, yeah, you need to set your foot down here, number 2. The beaver will gift you with the power to work. Okay. So you need, so I feel like, because I feel like the power in this reading comes from the outside towards you. And so they are asking you to step it up and step into your power to push back and to say no, okay? Put up your boundaries. So the beaver will give you that power. So what you would do is sit down, meditate, and invite the energy of the beaver within you. I mean, the beaver can put down an entire huge tree, you know? So the beaver has that really kind of subtle energy that, you know, it's a small animal. Nobody can believe that it will make a big damage or actually be that powerful. But it can actually make a whole huge tree fall down. So that's kind of the energy I feel, that you have that within you. But maybe you have been reluctant to use that energy to fight back and to say no. But what they're saying with this reading is you need to step it up. You need to say no. Ground yourself. Call in the nature spirit or animal spirits in this grouping and gathering. Because when I saw this otter here, I felt like they were laughing and having fun, yes, but they're kind of, I'm sorry to say this, but they're kind of laughing at you. I'm sorry to say that that's the feeling I get. That might not be for all of you, but it's almost like they're excluding you. You are on the outside and you're not allowed in here. That was the feeling I got. But again, take it as it resonates. This might not be for all of you. For some of you, it actually might be a grouping that is inviting you to come in to their group, but you have to feel what resonates with you, number 2, okay? Happiness. So I feel like the happiness is coming towards you, but you need to do something to get there. You got the broken wishbone. Wish will not be granted. Wow, okay. Oh, now all of these are just falling out. Shark. Take care, or there will be a loss of material wealth. As I said before, do not overspend. Do not overspend. Okay, so wish will not be granted. So that might be that you have been wishing for diamonds and you know, the nice stuff, the most expensive stuff, and you know, those kind of things. But what they're saying here is that you need to take care of your money. So if you feel that that's you, then this is the message, okay? The happiness in life is not the bling bling. The happiness in life is love. This came out, not unsuccessful plans. Yeah, okay. But you also got the sun, happiness and well-being. You got the funnel, period of frustration, lessons to be learned, and throne, position of authority. So there might be this forcefulness might be a position of authority for you, number 2. That's pushing you. Might even be a boss. That's pushing you to do something you don't want to do. You need to step back or kind of, you know, push back. So that might be the unsuccessful plan, lessons to be learned, wish will not be granted, and take care of your material loss. Because there is some wish that you're having, or something that you've kind of been wanting, but they're saying that it's not for you now, okay? At least not in that way. There is something about learning to take care of what you have and also focus on what it is that you want. Because whatever it is that you're focusing on, that's what you're going to get more of. So the road for happiness and sun and well-being is to appreciate the things that you do have, and to not go overboard on spending. You don't need that diamond ring. If you inherited it, then beautiful, you know, but you don't have to go out and buy it yourself. so it's something about holding that back, taking care of what's for you, and remember that you're always provided for. And when you believe that, then things will come, but in a different way. Okay. And look who this person of authority might be for you, that forcefulness, and when you need to kind of stand your ground, fight back. And I'm going to pull a couple of charms in the end today. So some of this reading might resonate with you and some might not, and that's totally okay. So you must feel what resonates with you, number 2, okay? So let's pull a couple of charms in the end today. You got a bicycle, which can mean travel. You got a seahorse, which can mean faithfulness or mating for life. And you have actually, these two do not belong together, but for some reason they have ended up together. And it is a car and it is a moon. So traveling by night, or I don't understand why this happened. They're stuck together. I'm gonna unstuck them now. No, so traveling by night, or traveling under the moon, or car ride in the moonlight or something, since these two kind of popped together. That was very special. Never seen that before, number 2. You got a little teddy bear, so that might be a child. Maybe some child needs your attention. You got 2 fishes here, though, and that's actually prosperity. And you got a key. So what is the key here? What is the key to success, number 2? For me, it's not about the money. I think you need to not focus on the money. If this is a work-related thing, don't focus on the money and how much money you get. Focus on what makes you happy. Do what makes you happy, but don't focus on how much you're going to earn if you do that or that or that. You must follow your heart and do what is in your heart instead of focusing on the rewards coming in the end. Okay, so that's kind of the road to happiness, for me at least. But I do feel like there's some position of authority trying to push you here. So you need to set your boundaries. You need to say no. Okay. So that was kind of the main message, number 2. I hope this resonated. Give it a thumbs up if it did, and subscribe if you haven't. Till the next time I see ya. Bye. Okay, number 3. So if you picked this RUNE, then this is the reading for you. We will look at the rune card first. Lagus. Or you might be saying Lagas. But in Norwegian we call it Lagus. Okay, so yeah, it's about flow. Can it be about dreams? It's of course the water element here. So it can be also, I also have a feeling of maturity, or the mature woman, or maturing or growing. Yeah. So the meaning of the card is water. Okay, so it is the water element. So, but for me, water is very much about the emotional. But as you can see here as well, it's very much about the feminine. So there's different ways to interpret the runes, actually. There have been many different ways to kind of translate this old Norse language. So many people talk about flow with this. Some people say the unconscious, kind of the connection with your spiritual realm. But for me, it's very much about water, emotions, and the feminine. Okay, just to have that said. So we will pull some of these around. It's called the Shamanism cards, Crystal Medicine Oracle. So we will pull 2 of those. So malachite, sacred healing. Okay, in need of healing. Medicine drum. Shaman, healer, and numenite. Yeah, again with healing. Okay, sacred healing and healer. Underneath the deck, soul awakening, amethyst. Okay. Yeah, and medicine pouch. Yep, I see that. Okay, so I do feel like I had a feeling that it would be about you know, the emotional here. So there might be some emotional that's in need of healing. But of course, it might also be a physical. But you also got the soul awakening. So there might actually be that you're in a kind of what we call the dark night of the soul, or that you're feeling through some of that. But let's see where we go. I'm going to take some of the spirit animal cards as well. At least one of them. That one that just popped. Let's see what that was. The loon, intuitive. Okay, yeah, so that's very much about the intuitive as well here. Listen to the song in your soul. Trust your intuition as you have a way of knowing. Emerge from the busy life and seek more solitude. Recognize that you are unique and that you are loved. Beautiful. Okay, so maybe some of you are working as a healer, actually. I might say that as well. For others of you, there's a need for healing. And whether you work as a healer or if you are the one that is in need of healing, I would say listen to your intuition, most definitely. There's a soul awakening process here. So I feel like you are in a spiritual awakening here, number 3, okay? Definitely. Spiritual awakening, connection with spirit, using your intuitive gifts, your healing gifts, and that you might be healing yourself, actually. You might also, of course, want to look up a healer and connect with a healer to ask for help as well, if you feel like that is necessary for you. So let's pull some tarot. Prairie dog, 3 of fossils, which is 3 of pentacles. So that could be starting something new. Cow, earth mother. So you are definitely growing. That's the Empress card. Underneath, deer, 7 of fossils. So be patient. Okay, so there might be a new, for some of you, I might say that this is actually starting up a spiritual business, maybe as a healer. Okay, just to have that said, just that might be for some of you. For others of you, there is a start of a new, together with someone in a grouping, with working together with someone. Okay. Growing something together. So the Earth Mother is about nurturing yourself, but it's also about growth and expansion. And you have the 7 of fossils, which is saying you have planted a seed and it's starting to grow. Okay, so that might also be you as the awakening process. And so they're asking you to be patient in that sense. Okay, so we're also going to ask for advice from the animal world, from nature spirits and animal world. Yeah, let's see what we get here, number 3. The beaver will gift you with the power to work. Okay, so again with the working, again with this kind of the power to work, to kind of start something up, to step into that now. And you got the ladybird will bring you good luck. Okay, so for me that looks like it's whatever it is that you're starting up. It looks like it's going to bear fruit and it's going to go well. Just a second, I just need some water. Yeah, I would definitely say that whatever it is that you're starting up here is going to go well. And they're inviting you to start working now. So call in the beaver. You know, the beaver has the strength to actually take down a whole tree. So the beaver has some strength, even though it's small. So call in the energy of a beaver when you need strength for this. And you can also call upon the loon, you know, to help with the intuitive. The amethyst, of course, for more insight from your team, your spirit team. And they're saying drum and yeah, and also pneumite as a crystal for healing. So that's interesting as well. So, but I do have a feeling that it is very much about the emotional. So it is the emotional being also the contact with spirit. And the feminine, you know, the moon is also very much this card, I feel. Wall, misunderstanding. So there might have been a misunderstanding in starting up this project within the grouping. Younger man, dealings or relationship with a younger man. So there might be a younger person or man that has been part of this grouping. So maybe there has been a misunderstanding, or this might be just another message as well within your own family, maybe a child or a young person within your family. Okay, this one, yeah. Fox. Shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. Yeah, so for me, that tells me that you are good at what you do, and starting up a business will go well for you, okay? So let us pull some more cards. Quill, get back to the basics though. They're asking you to look at something again. And one more card. Unicorn, use your intuition to make beneficial changes. So again, with intuition. Okay, so I do have a feeling, yeah, and underneath the deck you have career. So I do have a feeling that this is, of course, regarding your it might be for some of you spiritual practice. And for others of you, it's just, you know, your work in general. And for others of you, again, it might be your soul awakening, your spiritual journey. So you have to take this as it resonates, people. I'm going to pull a couple of charms in the end today. Just a couple few in my hand. So you got a little ball here, a little gem. And you got a little tassel. So for me, that's about the nice stuff. Putting on the nice stuff. You got actually grapes. This is grapes, and that's a sign of abundance. So again, I have a feeling that this business is going to go well. You got a dragonfly, that's a lucky symbol. You got Fatima's hand, which means you're protected. So whatever it is that you're doing, you're protected. You got the steering wheel, so that tells me that you are searching for the way to steer, or they are telling you that you are steering the boat in the right direction. And you got a star that says just for you. You see that? Just for you. So there is something that's just for you. There's some gift that's coming towards you. You have some lucky symbols here, I feel, that will tells me that you will gain something good out of whatever it is that you are putting your energy into right now. So from my perspective, number 3, it looks like this is going very well, but you do have some things that you need to do. You need to call in some maybe animal and nature spirits for this moving forward. Maybe there's a dispute here with a younger male. You need to look into that. You might need some healing. You might need to dive deep into the emotion. Use your intuition. Allow yourself to grow. But all in all, it looks like this is going to go very well, whatever it is that you are embarking on. But they're also saying be patient, though, okay? One step at a time. And you will reach whatever goal it is that you have put in your mind, okay? Keep focus on what it is that you want. That's what you're going to get more of, number 3. Law of attraction, remember that. So thank you so much for being part of the reading today. Till the next time I see you. Bye.